Happy Friday. Well, hello and welcome to FCT Brief. It's another beautiful morning here and we're ready, packed with the show is ready, loaded for you this morning.
Thank God it's Friday. Now it's been a very busy week and this Friday, just take your time out. But before then, we have something for our viewers today.
Well, good morning and welcome again to FCT Brief, your daily insight into policy shaping national development and citizens' welfare. Today, we are paying particular attention on one of the flagship programs of the Tinubu administration, which is the Renewed Hope Housing Initiative, designed to bridge Nigeria's housing deficit and provide affordable shelter for low and middle income earners. The project has become a central talking point in the government's social and economic agenda. Nigeria's housing deficit is estimated at over 20 million units, a challenge that continues to affect living standards and economic productivity. The Renewed Hope Housing Initiative seeks to address this by promoting affordable home ownership, supporting local construction industries, and creating jobs across the value chain.
Now the key question remains, how effective is the plan, and will it truly be accessible to ordinary Nigerians? So far, the federal government has flagged off housing projects in several states, signaling a national rollout. Yet concerns persist about funding, transparency, and sustainability, especially given Nigeria's history of abandoned or under-delivered housing schemes. Many stakeholders insist that for this initiative to succeed, it must prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and collaboration with private developers. As the administration pushes to make the Renewed Hope vision a reality, Nigerians are watching closely to see whether the initiative will deliver genuine relief or follow the path of past unfulfilled promises. Housing, after all, remains not just a social need, but a vital driver of economic stability and dignity. To help us unpack the challenges, prospects, and impact of this ambitious plan, we are being joined by Quantity Surveyor Femi Temitope. He is the Director, Head of Department Public Buildings, Housing Development, Federal Ministry of Housing, Urban Development. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's start this way. The Renewed Hope Housing Scheme is one of the flagship projects of this the President Tinubu administration. Now, help us understand the scope, the objective, and what makes this particular one very different from previous housing projects by the federal government that are in some cases abandoned or abandoned. So what makes it very significant and different?
Well, housing is a fundamental need of man. And when you don't have it, it strips you of privileges, it strips you of dignity, and it strips you of recognition. And from your overview and the statistics outside there, you show that the housing deficit in Nigeria is about 20 billion plus. And this gives a concern to every Nigerian and every serious government. The administration of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, have stepped in to address this gap through the Renew Hope Housing program. And we're addressing it in three prongs. Number one, Renew Hope Housing City. We intend to have a city of not less than 1,000 housing units in each state, in every geopolitical zone, and Abuja. And presently, we are constructing 3,112 in Abuja. We are constructing 2,000 in Lagos. And we are constructing also 2,000 in Kano. And the cities is being funded through the public-private partnership. And we have a one-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom apartment. And we have a terrace building of 3 rooms, a bus quarter. We have duplexes. And this is designed to take care of the higher class, those with high income earners and the middle income earners. Likewise, we have the Renew Hope Estate, which we are presently constructing in 12 states of the Federation, 2 states in each geopolitical zone. We have in Sokoto, we have in Katsina, we have in Yobe, we have in Gombe, we have in Nasarawa, we have in Makurdi, we have in Delta, we have in Akwa Ibom, we also have in Oyo, we have in Osun State. And this one is financed through the ministry budgetary allocation. Likewise, and those ones are to address the needs of the low-income earners and the middle-income earners. Likewise, we have the National Renew Hope Social Housing project that we intend to construct 100 housing units in 774 local government. And the social housing is for the vulnerables, is for those orphans, is for the IDPs, internally displaced people, and is for as many that are homeless.
All right, Mr. Timi Tokwe. The Renewed Hope Housing Program was launched with quite an ambitious promise, and like what you just mentioned now. But a lot of people believe that the rollout of this project appears quite slow. Has the program fallen behind schedule, or are you on track with the rollout of this project?
Yes, we have a kind of challenge in terms of honoring certificate. I think it's a general problem that every Nigerian knows about. Definitely, it's a bit behind schedule. But I can assure Nigerians that the Honorable Minister is working toward rectifying the area where the fault is collaborating with the Minister of Finance and the Accountant General of the Federation to address every bottleneck so that the program can be completed as scheduled.
And very closely related to that, you mentioned that these houses are meant for the vulnerable, the middle-income earners, the low-income earners. I would like to know, because a lot of people are really wondering, what proportion of these housing units are truly reserved for the low and middle-income families, and what assurance is there that, you know, this is not just another scheme designed to give to the high-income buyers and, you know, the political class?
Yes, from the pricing list that we brought out recently, it's because we consider those that are here earning the minimum wage. Because looking at the price of 1 bedroom at 8.5, it has never happened. You will look at it, how would they manage to be able to construct it? But what we took into consideration is the minimum wage. If you are earning 70,000, you should be able to be entitled to an accommodation. And that is why we say, okay, 70,000 in mortgage, they can only allow you to pay 30% of your income so that you'll be able to meet other bills. And so 30% of 70,000 is just about 21,000. In 1 year, it's 252,000. And in 35 years in service, it's 8.8 million. Okay. And so it doesn't matter the level you are in the service. If you are earning 70,000, you'll be able to afford at least 1 bedroom flat. Okay,
good enough you made this clarification, what the civil servant can afford. But if you take a statistic of the population of Nigeria, the civil servant is a very small percentage of Nigerians. So let's look at how the larger spectrum of Nigerians can benefit from this project, whether it is the 1-bedroom, the 2-bedroom, the 3-bedroom. Now, what other modalities, to those who are not civil servants and are listening to you today, how can they be part of it?
The houses we are building is not meant for the civil servant only. And apart from the one the ministry is building, we have other parastatals others that are also building. We have Federal Housing Authority, and the Federal Mortgage Bank is also doing the same. And so the houses are meant for the Nigerians. As long as you have a verifiable means of income, you are free to apply. Like the one we are having in Kasana now, being built by the private sector, is every Nigerian that apply. And by next month, Mr. President will be commissioning about 1,000 housing units there. And Nigerians are subscribing. If you check the portal of the ministry, you will see that project is almost oversubscribed. But more projects are still ongoing.
All right,
So,
we'll still come back to that, especially if there's sort of like a tracker for Nigerians to really see how this housing schemes are being assessed. Now, Mr. Temitope, one thing about Nigerians is trust. And when a scheme like this is launched, it's hard for you to win the trust of Nigerians over to believe that, you know, the government is truly on their side and they care about, you know, the low-income earners and the middle-income earners. Now, I would like to know, do you plan to launch sort of like an accountability tracker to, you know, track this project so that Nigerians can easily assess and know how these projects can be assessed, and also if they are eligible? Is there sort of like a tracker that is you plan to launch? Yes,
the houses can be assessed through the Renew Hope program portal. That is the portal is renewhope.fmhud.gov.ng, and it's accessible to every Nigerian.
So please, can you go over that again so that those who want to?
Renewed Hope homes.fmhud.gov.ng. Wherever you are, within Nigeria, outside Nigeria. The project, the buildings are for Nigerians, wherever you may be. Nigerians in diaspora, the organized private sector, the civil servants, as long as you have a verifiable means of income. And the payment options are flexible. We have outright payment, we have mortgage, we have rent to own, and we have installment payment. And so the one that you can afford. So is available for every Nigerian.
Okay. What if I'm an investor and I have the wherewithal and I decide to approach this online portal and I apply and I buy off maybe 50 units, 100 units because I'm a businessman and I want to, and along the line I also resell? Is there a measure that will kind of restrict the number I can buy?
Yes, there's a measure. We don't sell to company, because when you sell to company, they make profit.
I'm an individual. I didn't come as a company now.
It's for individual, not to company. Even the national housing program that we are selling, we don't sell to individual. To companies. We sell to individual. But in some cases, we sell to state government, because state government also will give it to the citizens of their state.
Well, you admitted to the fact that the rollout of this project is quite slow, and slow delivery often points to weak oversight. Now, I'd like to know how many contractors have been sanctioned so far for missing these timelines, and can you confirm whether any of their contracts have been terminated or firms blacklisted?
Some of them, we have given them a warning, and but in a situation whereby the delay was not totally from the contractor, it's as a result of delay in honorary certificate, you will not be able to transfer the blame to the contractor. So it's two-way.
So how many have been sanctioned so far for genuinely missing milestones?
At least we have written warning to about 2 of them.
Okay. Let's look at the partnership, the PPP. You also just talked about that.
Yes.
Said that in some cases you sell to state governments. I want to know what is the buy-in of the various subnational, state government, local government, instead of selling to them? Are they not also supposed to also partner and roll out this project also in their various states, so that they don't buy off and sell, so that they also complement, build, and add to that pool? Is that arrangement with local governments and state governments?
That is what is expected. But you know, the National Housing Program, in some states, many would have very few subscribers. Why? The 3-bedroom, we are selling it for about 16.4 million. The 2-bedroom, we are selling it for 12.4. And the 1-bedroom, we are selling it for
8 point something.
No, not 8. We are selling it for 9.3 million. And so there are some states that, before you know, there's nothing again. Go to Kano, go to Kaduna, Jigawa, the houses are completely off-take. But we have some states where the off-take is very slow. Like presently, we have sold the one in Sokoto State Government. Recently, the Yobe State Government also, we have sold the one is there to them. And about 2 or 3 states, we have given them an offer waiting for them to pay. Because we cannot allow those houses to lie fallow when the citizens of those states have not off-take it. Those are buildings that were constructed during the last administration.
All right. It's one thing to build affordable housing, and it's another thing when you talk about accessibility. Now, are these renewed hope cities and estates being planned along transport links, drainage, power, schools, hospitals? Where is the location like inciting these projects?
Okay, like the one we have in Abuja here is in Kasana. And the internal layout, the infrastructures are constructed, the roads, the water, the electricity, the recreational center, the police posts, the schools, the shopping centers. So it's a community on its own. And the road from the express to that place is being handled by the Federal Capital Territory. Okay. So the work is ongoing, and before the end of this year, Mr. President will be there to commission the project.
So if I got you right, apart from the one in Abuja, in other states, you're going to search construction in partnership with the various state governments and agencies. Now, my worry also is that you said you don't sell to companies. You sell to individuals.
Yeah.
Now, how do you operate the PPP, the public-private partnership? If you bring partners to help in this construction, do they have a percentage of the building that you allocate to them? So how is the sharing formula? Is it you pay them off or you allocate some to them? And these are companies also that you partner with. Yeah. So I need to help us understand how that
the good aspect of this program is that the one we have now, the one in Abuja, the private partners, they brought in with come with the money. They came in with the expertise. Even the land, they provided. The government only guaranteed them the off-takers. Okay. That if you complete this building, we are guaranteeing you that we make available the off-takers. Okay. So that's what we have done.
Okay. Mortgage penetration remains weak, with interest rates are still high, and the informal sector workers still struggle to qualify. Are you not concerned that without accessibility to mortgage systems, this program risks being out of reach for this low and middle income earners?
Well, our houses, that's why I tell you the mode of payment are very flexible. Federal Mortgage Bank is under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. we are working in collaboration, and they are ready to provide a mortgage for as many that want to buy through mortgage, even through rent to own.
Okay, let's look at this other aspect. I know when you're constructing buildings like this, there are other things that come to play, job creation. What specific objective do you have in this aspect? Is it just about constructing building, or you're also trying to recreate jobs for people? And also along the line, when this is done, you also have building materials and all that. Is there a deliberate way to kind of subsidize the cost of building? Because those are the things that shoots it up. So is government doing something about building materials so that at the end of the day, the private sectors that's going to partner with you also have these other accessories, get them in cheap ways?
Well, the National Housing Program is not just to provide houses for the citizens, it's also to stimulate the economy. Because when you look at building construction, it's labor-driven.
Yeah.
It's not like road that is equipment-based. When you are constructing houses in a massive way like this, the quarry will be working, the tiles manufacturers will be working, the paint manufacturer will be working, the aluminum producers will work the more, those that are producing the frames, aluminum frames, the ceiling producers will be working. So it brings more employment. Constructing just a housing unit, you need about 25 workers. 25 workers, if one is collecting 5,000 for labor per day, in 1 month, you know what it is. That is about 150,000, which is far more than the national minimum wage. So when you are constructing a house, you are stimulating the economy. It has a multiplier effect. And that is why we even encourage the government to make more money available for the ministry.
Well, when we see mass productions like this, a lot of Nigerians are quite worried about quality. We see often now at times that, we see building collapses. Sometimes we see even inside the building, the POP is falling and all of that. What assurance is government giving Nigerians that these houses are going to be built to standard?
Yes, I want to assure Nigerians that all the houses being built by the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development are of high quality. Because in the ministry, we are not only to formulate a policy for housing, we are to set the standard. And in our sites, we have layers of supervision. In every state, we have field offices with complement of professionals. Outside that, we have zoners, coordinators that move throughout each zone to supervise. And in the head office, we have different departments and the head of department that are monitoring what they are doing on site every day. And so there's no how you can, you can do a study work without us knowing.
In your renewed hope initiative, is it just completed buildings, or you also deal in what they call carcass and people complete the building, or because you also talked about rent to own? Now, do you also go to the market? You have skill acquisition centers government has set up. Do you go to those places to get artisans, or you directly just go into the market to get artisans?
Well, let me actually answer this last one. Since we are not directly doing the construction, those constructions are awarded to contractors, but we supervise them to ensure that they give us value for money. And so we don't go outside. We don't source for workers for them. But we have a skill acquisition center. We have one in Kuje here, where we train artisans. We have in Lagos, where we train artisans. And we have the one that we're about to commence in Ikeduru and in Yobe, where artisans can be trained and the contractors can source for them.
All right, Mr. Pemi Temitokwe, Thank you so much for your time with us on the program. Indeed, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians look forward to, having access to this project at an affordable rate as promised. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I think I also want to access.
Who doesn't want affordable housing? Well.